Good afternoon from Jim Bradford at Ibrox. That Rangers defeat at Love Street has contributed to a 4-point deficit at the top of the table. And the Light Blues draw at Motherwell, allied to Celtic's midweek victory against Kilmarnock, means they're more than a win behind the champions at the top. They're not helped by injuries to two members of a settled back four, which has necessitated a defensive reshuffle. So Lee McCulloch plays at centre-half today, which, while unfamiliar, is a role that he has fulfilled before for the reserves. McCulloch replaces Majid Bagheera, who misses his first game since signing for Rangers because of a calf strain. Sasha Papac injured his head at Motherwell, and Stephen Whittaker is in for him, while Charlie Adam is preferred to Kyle Lafferty. But Barry Ferguson does play after completing his first full 90 minutes of the season on Wednesday. Kurt Broadfoot faces his old club. St Mirren recall Gary Brady and Stephen Robb into a five-man midfield, which will see Gary Mason sit just in front of the back four. Hamilton and Cuthbert are the men to miss out, while Stephen McGinn, who scored the winner in the last meeting, is also on the bench. The starting 11 have scored just 7 league goals between them this season. 5 of those have gone to Billy Mehmet. David Summers is the man who's in charge today. Well, Walter Smith has admitted that Rangers' defeat in Paisley 6 weeks ago is still fresh in the memory. And while we may only be a third of the way through the season, if Lightning were to strike twice, that would be a huge dent in Rangers' title ambitions. Has to be said, though, St Mirren haven't beaten Rangers home and away in the same season since 1979-80. Pedro Mendes. Now Kurt Broadfoot, who made his name at St Mirren, where he played at centre-half, but has been converted into a right-back in his time here at Ibrox. Not just any old right-back either, but Scotland's first choice right-back at the moment. Scored on his international debut against Iceland recently. McCulloch, first touch for him in this unfamiliar role. Back in the side after 7 matches out with a knee injury. Here's Chris Boyd, setting up Charlie Adam. Well, Adam, another player that really made his name at St Mirren with a very impressive loan spell the season that the Buddies won the First Division title. Unable to hit the target there. Recalled to the side to face his old club. He hasn't featured in the last 6 games, Charlie Adam. Header from Whittaker. Miller. Put under pressure by Dorman. And for Whittaker. Back in the side himself after injury, and the score of a magnificent goal at Kilmarnock last weekend. And here he is again. Whittaker has done well to find Kenny Miller. Boyd appealed off. Here's Ferguson. Davis. Ferguson just unable to take it into his stride. St Mirren stand firm, but Mendes is there ahead of Murray. And it's set up for Ferguson. And Will Haining has gone down hurt. And the former Oldham defender's okay, back on his feet. The player who's had his injury problems, Will Haining. St Mirren's 2 matches against the Old Firm so far this season have brought impressive performances. They acquitted themselves very well in the 1-0 defeat at Celtic on the opening day of the season, and of course stood a lot of pressure before Stephen McGinn scored a fantastic goal. Gives St Mirren the win against Rangers 6 weeks ago. Will they be able to emulate that kind of level of performance today? Haining's header away. Davis working it wide. Here's Broadfoot. Now Ferguson. Davis. Ferguson, but straight at Gary Mason. Billy Mehmet. Murray. Dorman had made the run, but the ball was played the other way, the other side of Davy Weir, which made it easy for Rangers to defend. Here's Rob. Now Mendes will give chase. Dorman tracking back with him. Ferguson. Davy Weir. Rangers able to string the passes together. St Mirren, as they often do away from home, happy to keep bodies back behind the ball to soak up the pressure. Here's Boyd finding Miller, and he's made the run for the return ball. Chris Boyd breaks the deadlock after 4.5 minutes. A milestone goal for Boyd, the 150th of his career, and it's his 8th in 7 games since his recall. Only needs a sniff of an opportunity. Good link-up play again between Boyd and Miller. And it was a good, clean strike from 20 yards to beat Mark Howard. And Rangers failed to score, much to their frustration on Wednesday night. They've taken less than 5 minutes to break through here. – 12 goals in 13 starts for Boyd this season. And his 150th career goal has come in just 289 games. It's a huge volume of goals to have scored, better than one every other match. The majority of them, of course, coming in the light blue of Rangers. Rangers sniffing blood as Miller takes it goal side of Potter. The angle's tight. Howard didn't commit himself. St Mirren got bodies back, but Mendes' header goes well wide. Well, it could have been 2 goals in 90 seconds. Potter was waiting. Miller nipped in ahead of him. Howard did well to make the angle prohibitive. St Mirren then had enough bodies back. Still Mendes getting in a free header. But it came to him very quickly. Dorman made the run towards the edge of the area. It falls to Stephen Mason. Good attempt by Gary Brady. Ball played in well by Stephen Robb, and Brady 20 yards out with an attempt that he might have expected to do better. Here's Brady. Then back for Ross. Rob. Taking the game to Kurt Broadfoot, who has conceded the corner. Now Potter's made his run towards the far post. Haining is in there as well. And the header just over the bar. It was Franco Miranda that had made his way forward. And the left-back not too far away. He did well to get goal side of Stephen Whittaker. And his header certainly had the power. Didn't beat the bar by much. not taking any chances. Gus McPherson will celebrate 5 years in charge at St Mirren next week. Too much to celebrate in the early stages here, although the side have at least created 2 half chances. Nevertheless, they trail. Kurt Broadford admitted that he was getting pelters from his former teammates when St Mirren beat Rangers 6 weeks ago. It's one of those days when Rangers had plenty of possession but just couldn't score. It's taken them less than 5 minutes to break through today. Here's Boyd. Davis taking the throw quickly for Broadfoot. Miller, lovely layoff for Broadfoot. And good into play again with Davis! 2 up inside 10 minutes, the perfect start for Rangers. Another wonderful move, and this time it was Stephen Davis that strode forward to convert the opportunity. Broadfoot involved, Miller always so clever around the edge of the penalty area. And Stephen Davis timed his run to perfection, so much space for him, and he got the angle just right to fire across Mark Howard. Their midweek goal-scoring problems instantly forgotten. Rangers 2 up in 10 minutes. Whittaker. Now Miller. Forced away by Potter. Well, the last time that Rangers were in action on a Saturday here at Ibrox, there were 5 up at half-time against Inverness. They've had an even better start to this game with a 2-goal lead in 9.5 minutes. Charlie Adam, Mason to Murray, Miranda. Just wonder whether it would have been a different story. How much of a different story it would have been had Franco Miranda's header crept in. One that just beat the bar. Equaliser there might have given St Mirren that little bit of self-belief, but as it is, finding themselves second best at the moment. Whittaker. Away by Haining. Problem that St Mirren have got that they just haven't been firing up front. No side in any of the 4 divisions in Scotland have scored fewer goals than their 8, although that also is a mark that Dundee are on at start of play in the 1st division. But 6 of the 8 goals that they have scored in the league this season have come away from home. Nicely taken by Broadfoot. Davis for Ferguson. Mendes touch a little bit too heavy, and Mason can feed Dorman for St Mirren. Murray trying to thread it through for the run of Billy Mehmet, but it was easily cut out by Weir. 4 from Ferguson. Kenny Miller has proved over the last few weeks as there's much more to his game than merely scoring goals, and A return of 6 in 13 starts isn't a bad return by any stretch of the imagination. He's played a part in both of the goals that Rangers have scored early here. That second goal, incidentally, coming just as St Mirren took their run without a goal into an 8th hour. That mere statistic alone suggests Rangers might already have done the job, but football, of course, played on grass rather than paper. Here's Mehmet. McCulloch. Gary Brady. Chris Boyd just picked up a knock to the back of the head, sorry, in the aerial challenge there. He's okay, though. Just picked up a knock around the back of his left ear, and he's okay. Miller. He's given away the free kick, just leaning into John Potter. Jack Ross. Murray. Ross turning it into a safe area, but Haining had to retrace his steps, and that's just allowed Rangers to push forward and condense the midfield. Here's Miranda. From Rob. He couldn't find Franco Miranda ahead of him. Well, Gus McPherson's body language speaks volumes. Clearly not happy with the start that his side have made. St Mirren finding themselves 2 points above basement boys Hamilton at the start of this weekend. Hamilton in action tomorrow against Celtic. Sliding the ball out of play for a throw, which is taken quickly by Ross. Mason. Rob. Brady. Now Billy Mehmet with Jack Ross outside him. Fullback supplying the width here for St Mirren, but not able to supply the incisive cross. Davis there ahead of Miranda, unable to turn his way out of trouble. Then he's given it away to Stephen Robb. Miranda's ball in, and McCulloch forced to put the ball out of play for a corner. Haining and Potter. Forward from centre half. Variation on the corner, it's worked short towards Murray. Back for Brady. Led away by Whittaker. St Mirren unable to get the ball inside the Rangers penalty area. Might be able to now, though. Brady at least wins the throw from Kenny Miller. They are playing as a side who are short of confidence, and that's understandable after only scoring 34 goals in the last 51 league games. Not only the lowest scorers in the SPL this season, they were the lowest scorers last season as well, averaging just 2 goals for every 3 games. Adam thought he was a little bit unlucky there to have the free kick go against him. There was a push on Ross. So up inside 10 minutes, his side well on top. Here's Ross. McCulloch. It's a very short game at centre-half so far, albeit that he hasn't been unduly tested. Mendes. Boyd was pushed. Good advantage play by the referee. Nice ball from Mendes. Miller did well to turn. There's another wonderful ball from Mendes. And a shot deflecting off Haining for Rangers' first corner of the game. Vicious in-swinger. Howard was grateful to claim at the second attempt. Rangers' defence is the joint best in the country, along with Wraith and Dunfermline. They've only conceded 10 goals in the league so far. That allied to St Mirren's paucity of goals up front makes a 2-0 advantage a substantial one. Potter cleared the ball into Ross, and straight out of play for a throw. Here's Miller. Adam for Miller. It was a fantastic block. Goal-saving block. Will Haining threw himself into the line of fire, but it was wonderful attacking play again. A combination of Miller and Adam. Haining coming to the rescue. Worked wide by Brady, but too far ahead of Murray. Mason picked off by Charlie Adam, and it's 3 against 3 here with Kenny Miller. He's got Boyd ahead of him, he's got Mendes, and he's got Adam. Again, Mendes involved. Had he hit the target there, he almost certainly would have scored. Let's go back to early March for the last time that Charlie Adam did find the net, that game against Aberdeen. Whittaker. He's got away from Murray, who just got his foot in. Likewise, Mason. A last-ditch interception to steer the ball away from Davis. Good play by McCulloch. He's done some rave reviews for his defensive performances in the reserves. I sense that that might be where his future lies, in that position. Here's Whittaker. Ferguson for Mendes. Adam. Miller. And Boyd's made the run. Tracked by Will Haining. Good defending by Haining. Now Whittaker. Mason defended strongly enough. Here's Murray. He's made a huge impression, Pedro Mendes, since moving to Glasgow. Spectacular goals against Celtic and Partick have really caught the eye as far as Rangers fans are concerned, but it's his decisive passing and distribution from midfield. Eye for a clever ball. Has contributed so much. Ross. Away by McCulloch. Ferguson. Now Brady. Rangers are unbeaten here against St Mirren since November 1991. St Mirren won that day by a goal to nil, the first of Kevin McGowan's career. Haven't beaten Rangers home and away in the same season since they won 3 of the 4 meetings back some 29 years ago. Under Jim Clooney. This game certainly panning out very differently to the first meeting between these two this season. How does Gus McPherson change things? He's playing with the one up front. Does have striking options on the bench. Dennis Wyness, Jim Hamilton and Craig Darger all there. Crucially, Haining's okay, and Miller sportingly returns play to Mark Howard. Here's Mehmet. Seen very little of possession so far. Mason, now Brady. Ross. And Murray bringing down Chris Boyd. Clear-cut decision for the referee. It's a good ball play by Charlie Adam. And Miller didn't make the run that he was anticipating. Potter. Mehmet dropping short to meet it, but there's no one for him to flick it onto. Andy Dorman has pushed forward to play alongside Mehmet in a more advanced role. Nevertheless, St Mirren still struggling to get any support for Billy Mehmet. Just not getting any ball through from the midfield, where they have been completely dominated so far. Adam. And brought down by Murray. Second free kick that he's given away in the space of about 60 seconds, Hugh Murray. His disciplinary record has improved this season. He's only been booked the once so far, after a host of yellow cards for St Mirren's longest serving player last year. Another good header away by Lee McCulloch. Brady for Murray. Dawn makes the run forward for him. And Davy Weir using his experience to anticipate what was going to happen. Ross. Lovely touch by Miller. Play by Davis as well. Work it wide for Kirk Broadfoot. Adam. Mendes. And Chris Boyd. Some way off target in the end with a header. Nice take by Mendes. And Boyd putting his header wide under a little bit of pressure from Stephen Robb. Well, Boyd's goal-scoring record has been well documented, but he's started 28 games for Rangers in the last 12 months, and they haven't lost any of them. Nor have they ever lost an SPL match in which he scored. Certainly the signs are both of those statistics will still be holding at gone 5 o'clock this afternoon. St Mirren only able to force 2 early chances. Brady and Miranda, the 2 players that couldn't hit the target. Ferguson. Miller stumbled. Murray. Visitors have certainly had more of the possession since they tinkered with the formation. Still unable to force Alan McGregor into his first save of the game. Here's Miller. Just trying to take too many on, but has won a free kick. Given away by Gary Brady. Joe Mendes is going to need some treatment before Rangers will be able to take this free kick. Will Mark Howard have a problem from this free kick, which Boyd is standing over? But Charlie Adam, St Mirren fans will remember, has good repertoire from this kind of area. He leaves it. It is Chris Boyd. Straight into the wall. It was telegraphed somewhat. McCulloch eventually clears his lines. But not a good set piece from Rangers. Murray. Ross's throw. Every time the ball is launched forward from the St Mirren midfield, it seems to be a fight ball, one that's easy for the Rangers backline to pick up. And Ross used the full width of the pitch, but he did keep it in. He wins the throw. Dorman. Nobody was on that wavelength. And Rangers can clear for Chris Boyd. Able to hold it up and wait for Kurt Broadfoot to make his ground. Ferguson for Mendes is okay after that knee knock. And Broadfoot's continued his run. And has got there. Davis. Change of direction brings Charlie Adam into play. And he's cleverly left it for Whittaker. Miller, he leaves it for Boyd. What a wonderful goal that would have been. About 15 passes in the move, about 3 dummies. The last of them from Miller, bringing Boyd the opportunity that he couldn't take. And Stephen Robb has got a problem here, and the shake of the head suggests that he's not going to be able to continue. McGinn, the grandson of former Celtic chairman Jack McGinn, who scored the winner the last time the two sides met. And he's come off the bench, hoping for more heroics here. McGinn will play on the left-hand side of midfield. And Miranda has, sure enough, just slotted back into the left-back role. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half, which will be extended considerably, I would imagine, because of stoppage time. These will be 3 minutes to play. Haining. Straight to Ferguson. And he put too much weight on the ball for